So here we have the Ford B-Max Titanium TDCi on a 63 plate. I'm going to show you around the outside of the car first of all, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. As you'll see from the outside, it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels. Those rear doors actually slide open, which I'll show you in a moment. We'll start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. So you'll see as we approach the back of this car, we've got reversing sensors. This car's also got reversing camera, which I'll show you when we're inside the car. You can see it's got a 60/40 split folding rear seat, plenty of boot space, which is actually increased by removing this tray, or if you leave it in place, it will just give you an easy way of dividing the boot up into 2 sections. So as we work our way around to the front of the car, you'll see that I've opened up the side doors. I've opened up both for a good reason, and that is that you'll see this car has no B-pillar. So when you're stood next to the car like this, it's very, very easy to get in and out. It's brilliant for car parks and tight spaces and things like that. We'll work our way back round to the very front of the car, and as you can see, now that we've done a full circle of it, it's in fantastic condition the whole way round. Just briefly before I climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. As you can see, these seats are in fantastic condition, as are the carpet areas. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, we're going to start with the dials. On the left-hand side, we've got the rev counter, and on the right-hand side, the speedometer. The fuel gauge appears in the middle at the bottom, and then above that, you can see the total miles on this car are 34,477. You can change the information that's displayed there by pushing the button on the end of the indicator stalk for various other bits of fuel economy information, should you wish to. Backing out to the steering wheel, we've got stereo controls on the left-hand side, as well as voice activation for the phone. So hit that button in the middle, ask it to dial anyone in your contacts list, and it will do that once, of course, you've paired up your phone, which is done in the central display, which I'll show you in a second. On the right-hand side, we've got cruise control. So the central display over here, so that unit and the main display there is where you would set up your phone. So firstly, you can see this car's got FM radio. Every push of the radio button will give you a different frequency, and you can see that this car's got DAB. It also has AM radio as well. It has a CD player. You can plug in a device via auxiliary or USB, so there's lots of ways of listening to music on this vehicle. You've also got that reversing camera that I mentioned. So if I pop the car in reverse, up will come the camera, and it will also give you guidelines, so it will show you which direction the car is headed in relation to the image that you can see on the screen. The main stereo unit is there, and you can see the CD player at the top of that. And then beneath that, we've got the climate control. So you can turn on the fans from here, adjust the temperature over this side. That button will turn the air conditioning on, or you can hit auto, and the car will maintain that temperature for you. You can then override that by overriding it by adjusting the fans, basically. And then beneath that, we've got the ability to turn on the front parking sensors, or turn them off should you wish to. We have a 12-volt charging socket, the USB and auxiliary input that I mentioned a moment ago, and then a 5-speed manual gearbox. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.